My computer is restarting constantly, and I've put a community tab post for you guys to poll, and I know it's the graphics card, it's dying. And today I'm going to do like a half a vlog and half tutorial because I can't use my computer to edit anything, and we're filming from the Samsung Galaxy S7, also with the Boya BY M1 microphone, so also consider this as kind of a real world application of the audio quality of this microphone. Okay, so thanks for staying. Now, my name is Ash. If you're new here, we do tech tutorials and reviews and repairs, and also sometimes we talk about some entrepreneurship stuff. So if you're new here, consider subscribing, enable the bell icon notification, and also please do use my Amazon affiliate links. It will help the channel. It's not going to cost you anything extra. Thanks a million. So in advance, I'm going to apologize. We're going to keep this in one shot, and I'm not very good with vlogging usually, so there will be mistakes. Please forgive me. Now, this video will be uploaded as a one shot, unedited, and I'm going to show you how you can check if your computer is restarting, what are the symptoms, and how can you troubleshoot and then conclude that it's one specific aspect of your PC, because it could be anything. Now, if your PC is restarting, it could be a power issue from your mains, right? It could also be your power supply inside, it could be the RAM, it could be the processor, it could be your display, it could be anything. Now, in my situation, I've got an R9 380, okay, which is an older graphics card. And if you guys are new here, again, I've got a series called One PC to Rule Them All, whereby I'm asking everyone on the internet to vote for every single aspect of this build, and we're going to do this together as a community. So the problem right now, because my graphics card is dying and Ryzen Gen 2 is around the corner, maybe in less than a couple of months, which means when it's released, all the CPU from all the other platforms will come down. So it's probably better to wait and maybe do a part upgrade of the combo, CPU, motherboard, and RAM, also the graphics card. However, because this is just a graphics card, which has nothing to do with the combo, so should I get one now or wait? Maybe there will be better prices for everything else. I'm not too sure on this one. So I've got an R9 380. I haven't got a better graphics card, but I think there is one which could do the job. Then again, it could be better. It's the GTX 970 downstairs, so I will probably have to swap it in the meantime. So let me show you what to do if you have these kind of situations. First of all, I thought it was DaVinci Resolve which was causing the problem. Every time I was editing on this, and I'm not even using the Fusion tab, I'm not even using the color correcting tab, and I'm only using 1080p footage, basic editing, nothing fancy, okay, no major special effects. And every time I was only scrubbing, not even rendering, just scrubbing, my computer would restart. So initially I thought it was a problem with this version of Resolve, which is the free version, and there is a difference with the codecs they use for the professional version. And you may know that part of our series will be, we are going to hopefully be buying this professional software and you know, for future. But if that was the issue causing this, I'm not going to buy that, obviously. So I posted up something on the forum to tell them that I think you, as in DaVinci Resolve, is causing my PC to crash constantly. So I'm gonna have to take that back, because I know now it's 99.9% my graphics card. And here is how we're going to diagnose it. Now, if you see on my computer right now, in the middle screen, I've got the DaVinci Resolve open. On the right, I've got my Task Manager, and on the left I've got Prime 95. Prime 95 is an application where you can stress test your CPU, and the default one is called Blend. So if we just do a blend test to eliminate whether it's your CPU, you can just do a blend test, and there's also a more extensive CPU test you can do. There's other applications as well, but Prime 95 is quite common, very popular. And our Task Manager, you may not see because of the exposure on my phone on the screen right now on the right, all my CPU usage is close to 100. So I've done that test and that was fine. I'm going to stop that test. Now, your PC can also restart because of RAM. RAM failure have a lot of causes of a lot of symptoms as well. So it's a good idea to also test your RAM. One application is called Test MEM86 or MEM86 Plus, something like this. I'm going to put links in the description below. You can download that, install it. Usually it's kind of a CD, ISO, or a USB, which you need to boot up into your BIOS to be able to test that. You can't I think you can't test RAM directly from a normal Windows PC, but some companies and manufacturers have included RAM test software to a certain level. But the better thing would be always to go with the MEM86 Plus. And also some proprietary companies, they will include a RAM test in their BIOS before you log into your main operating system. So you can always do some kind of RAM test this way. Now, what we're going to do today to test the graphics, we are going to use FurMark, which is another free software. And on FurMark, if I'm correct, while I'm going to do the basic FurMark burn-in test, we're going to select the preset 1080p, and it should, in principle, restart. Okay, you should see this on the screen. Now, I've been doing this test 9 out of 10, probably more than 9 out of 10. It has restarted. You may do a test once and it will not restart, so you may think your your graphics card is fine, but never conclude that based on one test. You should do a few tests and take an average. If that kind of restarts, I'm going to be probably blabbering and not know what to say, so I'm going to tell you other things. This is different to troubleshoot a computer that's not turning on, or turning on with display or no display, but with LED lights and fan spinning. And I've got that series, go watch it up there somewhere or in the link below. And it's a different bowl of tests, because this now is a post and also a post logging to Windows problem, not a pre-post problem. So it's got nothing to do with you not getting a beep, it's not turning on for that reason. This computer is functioning, only one aspect of it is not, which is the graphics card. So obviously the solution, like I mentioned earlier, would be to just swap the graphics card. Now this is the no, what's just happened right now is it did not restart, but I'm going to do it again because I am convinced that it's going to restart, because I've done this test with also Unigine Valley benchmarking, and even earlier, this, by the way, our second reshoot, because in the first reshoot it did not restart, so you might draw the wrong conclusion. And it's also a good idea never to only test with one single GPU application. You should test with more than one, and there's FurMark, Unigine Valley, and there's plenty more. I'll put links below for all kind of software you can use to do all kind of graphics card tests. I got my son yesterday to even try to load a single game, and I think he was trying not Roblox, and not Specs Online. I can't remember. You know, the driving football thing. I can't remember the name now. But even while loading the game up, it would restart. Okay, so that's a bit of a problem. And now, oh, this is, there you go. If you've seen it in our second test live, uncut, my whole computer, if you can just browse down, has just restarted with the graphics for burn-in test that we've done. So obviously I'm gonna have to reload and reboot into there. So that's kind of how I know for sure this graphics card is dying. Now, there were some symptoms which I ignored. If you look up there, I have a 40-inch monitor TV. And recently what's been happening is I was connecting this computer to there, but the screen, the display would switch off. So I initially thought it was a problem with my TV. It wasn't. I thought it was a problem with the display, my settings, you know, because there's multi monitors connected. We've got 3 monitors down here and a TV up there. I thought it was a problem with that. While I'm talking, I'm just going to log in. My password is called password, so you can all hack me if you want. Okay. Oh, it's wrong. My password is password. Okay, right. So that gave me those symptoms, and I had a suspicion it was my graphics card, but I thought it was just the port of my graphics card, which was the display port. But I thought my graphics card was fine. It's just because of 4 monitors connection, it wouldn't take it. However, it is one of the symptoms. Another symptom I used to get, and I've been ignoring for a long time, was the fact that my middle screen would always give me artifacts and fuzzy and kind of electrical interferences for long. It's been going on for about 6 months sporadically. I have stupidly ignored it, or maybe I was just thinking, do you know what, I'm going to be upgrading at some point, so I kind of want it to die. You know, one of those thoughts sometimes you have, which I think is perfect timing right now. So as you've seen on the second test, it did restart. So I'm convinced that it is the GPU. Now, I will not be able to fix the graphics card. It is far beyond my ability, and I don't think a lot of us can do that these days. There is a oven method for when your graphics card is not functioning properly, but it's more to do with actual display rather than restarting your computer. So I'm not even going to bother trying this. I might try to contact Sapphire. This is from Sapphire, the R9 380 4GB DDR5, just to tell them, look, this is a problem. It's probably out of warranty, but I'll see what I can do. Maybe sometimes companies, you know, they quite genuinely want to help, and it might help. I don't think they'll give me another graphics card, but they might help. Now the question is, now I'm going to stutter. I have no idea where I'm going with this. I think that's kind of it. Oh yeah, in terms of uploading, what I'm going to do this week, moving on, I will put the GTX 970 in there, so hopefully that'll allow me to edit, but it might take a few days. So in the meantime, I may do more of these kind of vlog style / tech tutorial / troubleshoot, and please excuse me, or I may do online streaming on YouTube, because online, when using Google, which by the way doesn't restart my computer when I'm using Google, and it's not using the GPU as much, so I think I should be okay with an online streaming service. So you may get some tutorial from there, or just some hangout session which we will do online. So that was it today, guys, and I hope at least you have benefited from something, and I do apologize about the quality of it. It's not planned, no script. So as usual, you know what to do down below. Leave me a comment and subscribe if you're new here. Also, consider subscribe. I've just said that, didn't I? Yeah, sorry, I'm like, see, I don't vlog. This is why I don't vlog. I don't vlog because I suck at it. Okay, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Until next time, peace out. Off.